The Christmas Tree, a classic, Fyodor Dostoevsky. Imagine for 15 seconds that all you have to live for is the cold cutting through your flesh, the hunger twisting your stomach, and the absolute silence in your dark room. No hope, no family to call your own, just the raw will to survive another night while you watch through the window, the celebration of life unfolding for everyone but you. If you think Christmas stories are about miracles, get ready. Today's story will dismantle everything you believe to be the Christmas spirit. We begin in a damp corridor, where every wall exudes abandonment. The boy, and it could be us, our friends, our children, breathes a snow-white vapor that freezes inside his own chest. All day long, the little childhood he has left is spent trying to understand how the world can be so cold, so hurried, so indifferent. His ailing mother, lying on a mattress with almost no sheet, does not respond to his touch. The boy repeats the gesture, as if it were possible to awaken someone simply with the desire to belong. Nothing. And soon the cold and hunger call back. There is no bread, no light, not even the promise of a better tomorrow. In the middle of the night, the boy huddles under the rags, watches his breathing, plays with smoke, a ritual of psychic survival. The voices around him are absences, unconscious drunks, old women dying alone, no one to even return his gaze. He collects small discoveries to deceive the absence of affection. Each breath, each drop of water found, each memory of his hometown lost in time. He flees the corner where death has already sat and upon leaving, finds an enemy city, beautiful for the wealthy, merciless for the invisible. How many times, even today, have you found yourself on the other side of the glass? Have you ever felt like the whole world is celebrating while you hold back the cold and pretend everything is normal, just to avoid completely losing it? He is enchanted by shop windows where happy boys play, girls dance, Christmas trees reach the ceiling, lights upon lights promise warmth and inclusion. But outside, his universe is hunger gnawing at his fingers, so swollen with cold they can barely move. For a moment he laughs, then he wants to cry, feels ashamed, runs, bumps into things, falls, gets up. Nobody sees, or those who see look away, place a stray coin in his hand that he can't hold because his fingers no longer obey. He climbs stairs, flees from guards who don't see him, stumbles in the hurried crowd as if he didn't exist. The tension spirals upwards. The boy observes parties, tries to guess flavors he's never tasted, hears music and laughter that comes through the glass. He feels to his very bones the radical difference between belonging and exile, between having a mother and no longer having one, between childhood and brutal survival. At the height of his helplessness, he is attacked by another boy, feeling even smaller, even more destitute. Seeking shelter, he finds a hidden courtyard behind some firewood, where the world finally quiets down. His body trembles, then relaxes. The cold turns to warmth. The pain turns to numbness. Exhaustion is greater than hunger, and all that remains is to accept the sleep that comes. Have you ever wondered what kind of people are made of who persevere beyond their own limits? At what point does suffering cease to be just pain and become almost a call for some miracle or surrender? On the threshold of sleep, the boy's mind finds refuge, glimpses of his mother, soothing voices, promises of celebration and warmth. A Christmas tree of pure light appears, spinning along with other boys and girls, all radiant, all rescued. In that imaginary moment, no one judges, no one pushes, all affection is allowed. In this symbolic space, Dostoevsky touches upon the transcendent function of the psychological. Trauma is transformed into compensatory imagination. The unconscious offers, in the delirium of physical death, the fulfillment of all the desires that life denied. While outside they throw the corpse into the inventory of indifference, the boy dreams of reuniting with his mother, dances among angels, circles around a tree that will never die, because it sprouts from where absolute deprivation finds supernatural refuge. It's not just religious consolation, it's denunciation, the misery that isolates, kills, brutalizes, but which can also be overcome on the level of meaning. How many boys, girls, adults, and elderly people still freeze outside parties without an invitation? And what difference would it make if anyone in any city had the courage to cross the glass, open the door, and see? At that moment in the story, the boy dissolves between what is physical and what is possible. His feet no longer hurt. His hands cease to bother him. Warmth finally invades his exhausted flesh. It is the body saying goodbye to pain, and the mind seeking a last vestige of dignity in that final instant. The city that was once a threat now seems like the setting for a one-way trip, where every light fuels the dream of a reunion that, for the first time, is not just one of sadness. It is hope, mixed with farewell. Meanwhile, Dostoevsky makes us feel firsthand the discomfort of someone observing from afar. The reader becomes a witness, unable to help, compelled to feel. He thinks of the hurried faces he has crossed paths with at Christmas or on cold nights in any big city. And the question remains, what if indifference, instead of just being a number, were a drama experienced by someone with a name, a history, a desire to play and eat? The story compels radical empathy. It's not just the boy who froze, it's all of us, the spectators, who fail to perceive his pain. The boy, already immersed in the symbolic dimension, finally encounters the world of living puppets, spinning lights, and tangible music. It's a celebration in Jesus' house, a metaphor for ultimate inclusion, where no difference separates anymore, where all abandonment dissolves into acceptance. Mothers who were once destitute are reunited with their children. Homeless children now fly, dance, and forever touch the joy that was denied them. Each reunion sheds light on human failure, a reminder of what should be simple. No one deserves to die alone. What prevents us from transforming collective pain into a rite of passage to something greater? What gesture, the smallest, most voluntary, perhaps just a glance, separates celebration from exclusion, Christmas from hell, survival from rescue? This story or narrative unfolds in contemporary parallels. Invisible girls in orphanages or foster homes, forgotten elderly people in nursing homes, while outside consumerism is celebrated, anonymous workers collecting garbage while the city shines in festivities. Each case is a modern version of the abandoned child, each closed window, each private party, each full plate that doesn't fit through the glass. A teenage girl who runs away from home finds warmth only in shelters, never in her neighborhood or in the home that calls her a problem. An elderly man who on Christmas Eve walks miles to hear laughter through closed gates. A homeless man, in order to alleviate hunger and pain, pretends to himself to have a supper, and at night tells imaginary friends made-up stories of past parties. In each narrative, the same psychological symptom emerges, the recourse to imagination as the ultimate defense of the self. It is the unconscious inventing a cure where there is none. It is the psyche saying that surviving indifference requires faith, a lot of faith, fantasy, and any glimmer of beauty in order not to succumb. But Dostoevsky doesn't limit himself to denunciation. He subtly suggests that every society remains sick as long as it loses its connection with wounded childhood, as long as it despises its children. And in the face of this, any celebration without compassion is dust, useless, and meaningless rubbish. The story becomes a plea for a different future. We need to abandon the role of spectator and transform Christmas into a rescue, a radical openness to the pain of others. Perhaps the true miracle is not the celebration of others, but the moment when we decide to cross the glass, the door, the gate of our homes, and extend a hand, to make our own celebration a meeting point for those who have lost everything. The boy, already asleep, takes us to the realm where pain becomes sweet memory, where the absent mother transforms into a guide. The psychological realm moves between the raw reality of suffering and the territory of transcendence, a space where the psyche operates to find meaning when all meaning has been lost. Every step taken outside the house is a longing for what was never lived. Every shop window reflected is a reminder of a promising love, turned into a concrete impossibility. The social winter persists, and Dostoevsky's pen in his story does not soften the brutality of our indifference. The authorities only show up to register the inert, frozen, and chilled body, label the cause of death, add the statistics to the numbers, and file the drama away in the pile of forgotten events. The mother, also already dead, will only be found later. No dignified ritual, just the belated reunion of two abandoned people. Here I hear Dostoevsky shout, "Ha-ah!" Any celebration, any date, any luxury that excludes childhood, whether it be our own or that of any childhood we may come to know about, is a collective tragedy. A modern city, Christmas in the shopping malls, begging boys leaning against cell phone shop windows watching electronic toys that promise happiness to those who can pay. A teenage girl waiting for messages from family members that never arrive, warming her hands under cardboard boxes, drawing Christmas trees with charcoal on cold sidewalks. A group of migrants recreates their own Christmas dinner with leftovers. They sing in forgotten languages, invent childhood rituals to cope with homesickness, and avoid perishing in collective neglect. What does family mean on Christmas Eve? Who do we really invite to our table? And who do we forget out of laziness, fear, tradition, or pure selfishness? Internal monologues, my friends. I hope you're really wondering, can I just ignore another body lying in the street? If it were my son, my grandmother, my friend, what would I do? Why does Christmas smell like perfume to some and taste like blood to others? Anguish must have gripped you as it gripped me. I want to propose small revolutions. Challenge the social script. Create your own crack of solidarity. One-off acts of charity are not enough. It is necessary to redefine the place of Christmas, to make it rain for human deserts. Psychologically, it is the turning point, where we stop being voyeurs of misfortune and become agents of change, of welcoming. The boy, on a symbolic level, flies. He rediscovers dolls made of light, enters a house where all abandoned souls receive affection, food, a listening ear, and a name. Dostoevsky's heaven is a metaphor for final acceptance, where no one needs to ask permission to exist. He makes a point of not erasing the pain of death, but offers hope for meaning. It is Jung's great garden, a place where every wound is finally received with care. What for you is the real Christmas tree? The one made of glass, light, and luxury? Or the one that grows when its own arms create space for those who have lost everything? In the story's epilogue, Dostoevsky abandons the stark denunciation and offers the symbolic embrace that every abandoned child longs for, and that every adult has lost by hardening themselves in the face of another's pain. The house of Jesus is, above all, the universal psychological refuge. There, all distance is erased, all fear dissolves. There, every orphan finds their mother. Every mother can finally comfort those who have been denied by the world. In the context of this story, this scene becomes an invitation to the viewer. The true meaning of Christmas is realized where there is space for vulnerability, listening, life transformation, and reinvention of bonds. The lights that once shone only for those who consumed are now distributed. It's the utopia of collective care. The boy, surrounded by living dolls, is greeted by figures who have also experienced the same pain. The celebration overflows. Laughter, sunflowers, songs in languages no one forgets, hands that caress without asking about origin. Each character is a survivor. Each gesture is reparation. And in the moment of reunion with his mother, Dostoevsky makes us breathe and stops the sobs of remorse, regret, and pain, and makes us sigh. At least here, suffering finds solace. What is your role in this story? Are you inside the illuminated window or outside, holding in your own cold? Who will you be able to see today beyond the mannequins, the lights, the glass barriers? Families deciding to extend their Christmas dinner, volunteers preparing soup for strangers, children sharing toys with forgetful classmates, stories of people who don't expect miracles, but create small wonders with every gesture, overcoming the discomfort of the gaze, inviting others in, inventing joy where there was only loneliness. The historical trauma of Christmas for the excluded is given new meaning, not as a burden but as a calling. It is from suffering that empathy is born. It is from a culture of redemption that new communities, lasting relationships, and genuine hope sprout. A long table welcomes nameless people, each carrying their own pain, scars, and longings. The food is scarce, but the table is spacious. And it is there, amidst shy laughter and teary eyes, that the spirit of Christmas and the spirit of Dostoevsky unite. No one is obliged to live or die alone. The boy in the story looks at the camera, smiles tenderly, and hands over the coin he couldn't hold on to. Now the viewer decides its value. What is missing for your story to find comfort? A table? A family? Who can you invite today, right now, to share bread, listen to their wounds, and tell a story of survival and hope? If this story touched your memory, your pain, your longing, don't stay silent. Subscribe to the channel, share this video with anyone who needs to remember the value of being seen. Write in the comments, who is the abandoned child living within you or around you? Share gestures of care, stories of rescue, and invitations to a feast that you can create, even in a simple way. Activate the notification bell. Every week we gather to transform harsh stories into gardens of humanity. Tag someone who needs an invitation. Share hope. Invent a Christmas tree that is a place of reunion and love for all the forgotten. Here, your story is never too small. The celebration only exists because you decided to show up. And always remember, the glass only separates us until there is a first helping hand extended. Let's get through this together. Celebrate and heal, one Christmas at a time.